Hello and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod. We're sitting here at day 4087. Just one more than it was yesterday, if you were with me yesterday, that is. Did a very late Crash of the Titans yesterday, but we're going to try to do better this week. It is the last week of 2024, going into the first week of 2025, so my Crash will probably be pushed back a couple days. Plus, we have Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. for Maximus, which is why we're here today. So we have to go through the Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. days 1 and 2. Wednesday we'll hit 3 and 4. On Wednesday I also plan on doing a speed run of our 12 Days of Marvel because man, it's been here for like, I don't know, half the lifetime of the game. Something like that, right? And so we're going to see what we can do with that because, come on, we've been there before. Let's spice it up. Anyways, let's move on. We have Maximus right here, and he's going to be welcomed to S.H.I.E.L.D. Welcomed to S.H.I.E.L.D. I think I flubbed that word. Here we go. There he is. Look at him with that really disturbing looking eyeball. Or eyeballs. Plural. Both are. Anyways. Yeah. Villains have hacked S.H.I.E.L.D. Blah, blah, blah. We get the point. We got 10 nodes to go through today. A couple of solos we'll get through, and then the 8 team-up ones. As always, on a weekday during this time period, I am currently working. So, we're going to try to speed through this. Hey, Mark, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. I know that's like Markish for hi. So, okay, first up, welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. We're going to go against Namora. Namora is very keen, if you haven't paid attention to the characters and their profiling so far, very keen at doing more damage when there's more blue tiles on the board, and of course doing more damage when the enemy team has, in this case, when they've destroyed projectiles, enemy projectiles to be exact, not just any protects. So she's going to want to destroy our projectiles and have more blues on the board in order to do more damage to us. That's really all we got to worry about with her. There's like a purple trap tile mechanism, I believe. But honestly, there's not a lot else going on with this kit. The red is a nuke, but the real special bit about that red is that it gives extra red AP back if you kill someone with it. This is a one-on-one fight, so that doesn't matter, does it? We're going to make sure to go in first and treat us like a standard one-on-one, meaning I'm going to turn on the animation so we can see them for the first 2 fights. There we go. And let's get into it. We got Maximus here. Oh yeah, we should probably go over what his powers do. His powers are weird. Yeah, let's just start right at the top. I don't even know how to start with this guy because all his powers seem very random. Not saying it isn't controllable, it's just chaotic. Let's start with the Magnificent. For 10 purple, that's expensive nowadays, but bear with us. Remove all strike, attack, and projectiles. It doesn't say destroy. Okay, so Beta Ray Bill fans, get out of here with that. Remove all strike, attack, projectiles, then create a fortified tile of each type with strength equal to 247. I mean, this is the lower one, right? Plus the total strength of all tiles of the type removed. And empower each tile by 40%. That seems interesting. So you're going to remove all the tiles out there. All the strike, attack, protects. Doesn't say friendly, doesn't say enemy. All of them. They're all gone. Making Polarises everywhere cry, right? And then you get a fortified tile of each type with that strength, and then you empower each tile by 40%. When an ally fires an ability, this is the passive part, when an ally fires an ability, this becomes the Mad. In other words, if your teammates are firing any abilities, he's going to flip-flop to the Mad. Okay? That's for anything they do. So if you don't want that, then don't fire anything, but it probably goes without saying. The Mad is 0. It is, if you look, there's an actual active part above the passive. You could fire this for 0. Very much like Multiple Mad, right? Hey, what's up, Matt? How's it going, dude? Slowly afternoon, depending. Yeah. Just barely afternoon where I'm at. Yes. So Okay, it's just a passive ability. I'm sorry, I spoke too soon. So he has flavor text for his passive. That's usually not how they produce their abilities. Go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe it exists somewhere in the game, but usually passive abilities have any flavor text within the passive after the word passive. But whatever, maybe they're changing things up on us. This passive ability states that when the ability becomes the Mad, convert up to 3 friendly strike attack projectiles into one type. So you just don't know which one really. And create another of strength blah. Just a flat strength amount. At the start of Maximus's turn, create a friendly and enemy copy of a random strike attack projectile, at half strength, with the friendly copy strength increased by 604. When an ally fires a power, this becomes a Magnificent. You can see how this is going to get crazy. An ally fires a power, he switches to the Mad. Ally fires power, he goes back to Magnificent. He's going to flip-flop back and forth. It seems like the Mad has a lot more fun things going on with its passive, but of course, you don't know what tiles you're going to get out of it. If it's converting 3 friendly strike attack projectiles into one type, you don't know. You don't know if it's going to become an attack, a strike, a protect. It's random, and because of that, you might not get a lot of play unless you just don't care what type of tile's out there and you're just using them for some sort of fodder. But that remains to be seen, right? So active ability for 10 with a passive that flips it to the Mad, which has a really good passive, but unfortunately that also flips back to the Magnificent when an ally fires a power again. Interesting. The Maker for 8 blue. There we go. If you have no strike tiles or their total strength is less than the enemy's, so we gotta look at your numbers there. Create a strike tile with strength blah plus the difference. The difference between your two tiles amount, okay? So, just in case there's any confusion there. Otherwise, depower your strike tiles by 30% and deal damage plus 16 times. That's amazing right there. 16 times? That's a lot. I don't know. Run the numbers. By 30% and deal 732 plus 16 times the total strength reduced in damage. That could be big. Especially with characters like Hot Pool out there who are doubling strike tile strength every turn. That could get really super huge. Then repeat these steps for attack and protect tiles. Repeat! So for 8, there's a lot of things that could happen there for 8 blue. As a passive, whenever a strike, attack, or protect tile leaves the board, and this doesn't say friendly or enemy, any protect, strike, or attack tile leaves the board, create a 2-turn countdown tile that deals some damage. I see a lot here with that passive alone. If you have characters out there like Carnage or Polaris, someone who's like really repeating strike, attack, protect tiles constantly, right? That means they're constantly getting removed. It doesn't say that he has to remove them, or an ally, or an enemy. Just whenever a strike, attack, protect, not friendly, not enemy, doesn't matter who does it, doesn't matter how, whenever they leave the board, destroyed, matched, removed, etc., create a 2-turn countdown tile that does damage. Do you need countdowns? Here's how you get countdowns. This seems to be like a big way to get countdowns. Obviously, Coulson is still going to be good, and using 6 green on Sentry is going to be good, but I feel like there's a lot of potential here with this. This could be a lot of countdowns. I mean, doesn't King have that ability for purple? Is it purple? I think it's purple. That does increases the timer on all the countdowns out there, and that does damage based on how many turns accumulative there are. You can make a lot of countdowns here. Okay, let's move on. Rightful Usurper, 6 purple. Create a strength, 257 projectile, and a 3-turn repeater that increases the strength of the strongest friendly strike, attack, projectile by 129. Creates 2 strength 106 attack tiles. 3-turn repeaters kind of suck in a way, because waiting 3 turns for anything to happen means, well, waiting a long time. A lot of fights are done in less than 3 turns nowadays. I mean, unless you're still struggling and coming on up through the 3-star ranks and maybe early 4-star ranks, fights kind of go pretty quick nowadays. So I don't know if a 3-turn repeater is a good deal. As a passive, if you have the strongest amongst all strike attack projectiles, all friendly ones, gain 50% bonus strength. Really very high Nico vibes here, right? Nico likes to buff all your tiles as long as you have more than the enemy. You could put Nico right next to Max and have a double buff. All friendly ones gain 50% bonus strength whenever one or more friendly strike attack projectiles are stolen or enemy ones are created. Deal damage to them, or for each. Wow, for each tile. Yikes. That could be really, really potent as well. If we boost this to 5, what's the difference, right? It turns to a 3-turn repeater, from a 3-turn repeater to a 2-turn repeater. I apologize. Obviously, the strength of the tiles goes up. The amount of attack tiles made goes up with the repeater, right? Bonus strength is up to 100%. Yeah, that's pretty much it, but that's a lot. That's a lot. That's good stuff. What was that, Mark? Besides from Polaris, Medusa, would Kingpin work as well? I mean, yeah. I mean, if Kingpin is coming into the game with a couple of strike and or protect tiles at his side, which he always does, and we're talking 5-star Kingpin, right? 5-star Kingpin comes in with those tiles right off the rip. So obviously Maximus would be able to make use of that stuff. Unless you're talking about like 4-star Kingpin, then I don't see it. He makes some countdowns and whatnot, but Max doesn't really seem to care about countdowns. He makes some, but he doesn't really affect them. I feel like you got a lot of potential here for certain characters to abuse. Obviously you have your easy ins like Polaris, but she's going to hate it if you cast his blue. You would probably use Polaris's blue in that case. Certain other people might get more out of it, like Mr. Negative for destroying a bunch of strikes and getting some bonus out of that. You could probably really whip up some pretty nasty teams depending on who you put them with or against. There's even a lot of countdown potential in here. I wonder if leaving the board includes when Blob eats a tile. Because you know how you get to the bottom 2 rows, Blob takes a strike attack protect and turns it into a countdown. Does that count? Because if that counts, that could be really, really devastating too. You're double dipping those tiles. I don't think it would, but I'd be willing to give it a try. Not right now though. We got to welcome him to Shield. Okay. So 5-star, yeah, 5-star would definitely work because he starts with 3 really good tiles. So yeah, 5-star Kingpin would work really good with him for that purpose. Especially the whole, if he gets mad, you know, the mad, and then creates a copy of an existing tile out there for you and the enemy, but yours is stronger, you're just doubling down on what he's doing, on what Kingpin's doing, that is. That could be really good, potentially. I think there's a lot of potential here, but you have to work the kit. Okay, I don't think it's a simple matter of just slapping him in there and letting him go. I think there's obviously like a blueprint you have to walk in with, put him in the right position with the right people. Obviously supports will go a long way to help with us. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get in there. I only got so much work lunch break. Okay, Namora, we need what? Purple, black, blue, so we should probably get some of that. We'll take this purple into black right there. I know I left a match 4 for them, yeah, but what do I care? Let's take this one, because it's a match 5. We have the purple. Create a protect tile and a repeater tile that does a thing. I mean, the earlier we get the repeater out, the better, right? So let's go. Oh, he's got a comfy chair. I'm not sure what those silhouettes were for. I feel like maybe like his peoples coming to admire him, but I feel like I recognize some of those silhouettes too. So whatever that is. Take this black right here. Oh, I guess we count as an ally because he switched to the Mad. You notice that? It's not just his allies, he counts as well. I honestly didn't expect that. I figured it was kind of like, oh, you know how like some characters will say when an ally does X, Y, or Z, they don't count themselves. I figured it was like that, but whatever. Let's go with... I mean, we could throw it out there, but I think we're going to wait for one of these other bigger ones just for fun. Let's take this purple into green nonsense. We just made a tile leave the board, so it made a countdown. That's cool. I have more than enough black to cast the Magnificent, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this purple to make another repeater. Okay, so now he's back to being the Magnificent and not the Mad. Now I can cast this. This removes all the strike, attack, protect tiles, blah, blah, blah. Then creates a fortified tile of each type with strength equal to 247, plus the total strength of all tiles of the type removed. Can we look at that real quick? Let's see. Attack tiles. So we have a 2959 in attacks, a 257 in protects. The enemy has 1120 in attack, and that's about it, right? So let's keep that in mind. Cast this. That's a pretty cool animation. I'm not going to lie on that. Holy countdowns. Look at all the countdowns this got created because of all the tiles we removed. When I'm talking about creating countdowns, that's going to be big. That's pretty crazy. Let's look at these now. So he combined them all the strength of those attack tiles, the enemy attack tiles, our protect tiles, into one type, and then made the extra ones. So we just have a ton of protect right now. So of course, kind of good for Namora. Namora likes killing enemy projectiles, so gotta be careful about that. But other than that, that's pretty awesome. Kind of wish it was strike tiles though. Would like to do more damage to her. But it is fun to play around with this. So let's see what our numbers are like now, because now he's mad. He's doing that extra copy and create thing on every turn. We're at 12,000 protect. They got 3,000 because we need a copy, a lesser valued copy for them. So that could be a little annoying. So we should probably get rid of that, like right here. Uh-oh. Okay, well that didn't hurt nearly as much as I thought it did. I think they were just... Isn't that the one where they make the traps? That was pretty cool. Empire's Might, yep. Create 4 red, green, or purple trap tiles. When one is matched, deal damage. Ignoring protects. Stealing 2 AP and tiles color. Yeah, that's why they put her in here. She can just cut through your protects. That's obviously why. Well, let's get rid of some of these enemy attacks, right? I wish we had some blue to cast, but we don't have enough yet. Creating more attack tiles. Interesting. Okay, so let's get rid of these. It's 2 more tiles. It's 2 more countdowns out there. These countdowns are our main way of attacking right now, it seems. But they're not going to do enough if they still have that. If Nomura's got that big old protect tile out there, that one right there. Well, that's actually no, it's not that big anymore. We've been definitely narrowing this down. That's awesome. Let's get some blue. We'll have fun with that. We got to see how it works, right? Okay, more trap tiles. That's cute. Oh man, the cascades from all these countdowns going down, which leads to tile destruction, which leads to strike, attack, protect, tile destruction, which leads to countdown creation. There's craziness in here. He himself is quite ridiculous. So here we go, the Maker. if we have no strike tiles or the total strength is less than the enemies. Well, let's find out. I have no strikes, and we're equal to the enemies because we're both 0. Okay. Create a strike tile with strength 336 plus the difference, which would be 0, right? Otherwise, depower your strike tiles by 30%. Depower them, yuck. And then deal 732 plus 16 times total strength reduced. Then repeat it for attack and protect. Well, protect, we definitely got more than them. Attack, we have less than them. So we're going to get to see two sides of this coin here in one shot. I'm sorry, what was that? Can really see him working with Nico. I know, I think Nico is going to be a really fun combo with him. Okay, let's cast this Maker. Oh, that's fun. Jesus. That was unnecessary. Okay. I'm getting some strong Mr. Negative vibes, and Mr. Negative is actually easier to handle in this regard, but I think the idea being that you have strike, attack, protect tiles out there to play with, and instead of using them for what their intended use is by MPQ standards, you're actually using them for like a basis for a different attack, for your blue to hit with, or for allies to copy and manipulate. Like there's for countdown fuel, for it seems like he doesn't care about the strike, attack, protects except for the fact of using them as fuel. Does that make sense? Like sure they get strong and stuff like that, but if you start using them to actually throw at the enemy, that's a whole different vibe. Yeah, that was something, wasn't it, Matt? Looking like I'm working on a Nico to max her out for this build. Oh, I get it, to max her out. Anyways, okay. I'm here all night. Test your metal against Max. This is going to be scary, right? I feel like we should put in Polaris just to see how well Max gets rid of her. Like, does Polaris, the queen of MPQ, stand up against him and hold her ground? Or does Max say, nah, not today, man. I got this. I feel like we should do that. Here we go. Blue, green, purple. Let's bring her out. Queen of MPQ right here. I don't have her 5-starred, although she's awfully close to being maxed. Maxed. There we are again. What's that? Here all day, tip your waitress, try to veal. That's right. You got it. Okay. Polaris is going to try to take out Max. And usually Polaris doesn't have a problem taking out anybody. But you know, there's times and places for everything. So let's go. No stuns allowed. That is something that Polaris can't do in this, which she's used to doing. So that might suck a little bit. Okay, give me a strike. There we go. Ooh, we created a tile so it hurt us. Ooh, things to keep in mind. Do this. I wanted that. I wanted to match that. I was literally planning on that. Oh, and because there's a countdown out there, she's not making more. Okay, fair. I don't have to like it, but it is fair. Let's put out this thing. Okay, one more. Let's see, can you let me have that blue, please? Oh, you will, because the crit says so. Ah, we got rid of the countdown. Yay for luck. Don't know if I really want that luck right now. I'm kind of testing things, right? Give me the purple? Sure. Okay, so we have that green out there. That green strike. Let's see if we can get a green to fall. Yes. Okay, let's see what damage does to me. Wow, almost hurt us for the same. And let's be fair, I'm level 365. He's only level 270, and it almost hurt me for the same amount just for her to create the tiles. Okay, so if he was the same level as my Polaris, I might be taking more damage than he would, just from that alone. That's crazy. Let's get rid of this before that goes off. If it wasn't for this constant every turn hit she's doing, I think he'd probably be winning. But hey, she's the queen of MPQ for a reason, right? What? Take this yellow for no good reason. Okay. Again, I don't know if Polaris can handle him in a fair fight. We're way over leveled for him, and to be fair, most people out there, and y'all watching probably included, take Polaris and champ her first and really take care of her, level her up, ascend her when you can, right? She's the queen of MPQ, we all know it. So you probably don't have a problem against Max in this space, but in PvP time, when you have a fully fledged champed Maximus, that might be trouble for Polarises everywhere. That's pretty cool, honestly. Not that we need more Polaris counters, but another one, not to mention with his utility, is kind of crazy. I'll take that win, thank you. Yeah, the return damage almost makes up for it. But yeah, it's kind of rough. The fact that he has more utility, all those countdown creations, the passive abilities that kick in pretty often, I think in a way he's kind of similar in all the things he could do, but it's just more convoluted. It takes like a deeper understanding of the rule set to get to where you want to be with him. Much like Polaris, he doesn't have any way to self-heal either, so probably gonna need someone on his side for that. Okay, let's get into these things. Warm-ups. Yeah, deck in, throw in the loners. We're just gonna Thanos through these, right? Because that's what you do. You could use even 5-star Mephisto if you have him nowadays. He just pretty much just one-shots a lot of people with those Hellfires. But anyways, first things first, we're not doing one-on-ones anymore, so let's go into the options, take off the character effects. We don't need to see Death come out ever again. She comes out way too often, right? Let's just do a match 4. Oh, I thought that was be enough. There you go. Thank you, Cascade. I didn't want to watch another turn of it if we didn't have to. By the way, if you didn't realize, these fights I'm having using Maximus is counting towards your Maximus quests. Did you forget about him? I hope you didn't. We'll show you in just a sec if you don't remember. Give it this black into purple. Ah, the Thanos nose. That's right, Matt. Nice and easy. I mean, even your 3-star Thanos will do the trick. Or at least most of it. Okay, over here. Let me claim some of these real quick. Yes, I haven't done a lot today. I mean, it's early, right? These ones, play missions 45 times, 30 times, and there was a 15-time one that I'm already passed with Maximus. It just says play. It doesn't say win. So if you really wanted to, you could just go into the first node with Maximus and just retreat and play and retreat and play and retreat and play and retreat until your finger gets numb or until you do it 45 times. It's up to you. You do what you want with that. What else do I got down here? 3 battles with villains on your team. Oh, Max is a villain. That works. I'll just take that real quick. I wasn't paying attention to that one today. Toughen up. We got Sentry Fighter, Pyro, and Mutation. This is a nothing battle. Sentry's the only guy moving anything. They're all goons. This is super annoying. But hey, let's... we could use Medusa. Medusa? She is not bad at all. She is not low tier. She's really good with special tiles. Her and Max are going to make a wonderful pairing. Wow. So where do we go with this? What sort of fun do we have? I mean, Polaris is kind of an obvious one. It's too obvious. Too much on the head, right? I think we... Not Nico yet. We'll save Nico for the next node, because I think we really want to see how well that works, right? I have an idea. I have an idea for one. Let's try red, yellow... Is it black? It is. Cape Pride. 4-star Kate Pride has this one passive called Not Just a Phase. Start of the turn, doesn't exist, 2-turn repeater that collects the strength of all matched or destroyed strike, protect, attack tiles. When it goes off, it deals 850% of the collected strength of damage to the target. It's pretty good. It's passive, constantly rolling. I feel like that's a good reason to do it, and she can create some protects on her yellow. Her red is just a fun little nuker, but that's not what we're here for, okay? Why is her yellow down to 3? I feel like I wasn't really abusing that, that's why. I was using her red, to steal enemy stuff. That could be actually handy here. Didn't think about this one going in. If Maximus is creating enemy tiles of actual comparable strength, we could use the red queen here to steal those tiles back. Be like, like, here's a cool present, and red queen's like, nah, it's mine. Thank you. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Yeah, I love the overlapping quests too, Matt. I think we all do. 3-star Thanos is now 4-star. Nice, Mark. Groot, huh? I missed that, Mark. Groot. We talking about 3-star? I assume you mean 3-star. Because Groot could work. I mean, Groot wouldn't do too much until you get the blue to cast or the green to... I'm not sure where you're going with that. The 4-star would just be obvious. Rocket for all his strikes. We could do that. We could do that on like the day 2 stuff. Actually, that'd be really fun on the day 2 stuff now that I think about it. Because Scarlet Witch is there and she's super annoying on that node. And we're just going to kill these opponents before they can do anything. Oh, I forgot. We got to move over to here. Sentry Fighter. He deserves all the attention, right? 3 purple, 4-turn countdown tiles that deal damage to target each turn. Sure. Why not, right? Uh-oh. Max got mad. Let's collect some blue. Oh man, I just realized Sentry Fighter is going to be able to remove tiles and make new tiles. So that's actually going to feed us. Maybe we should let him work. If we let the Sentry Fighter create tiles for us, that's actually causing damage to the opponents. So let's go over here to this, to the Pyro. Is that a Pyro? That is a Pyro. And let's work on the Pyro first. Let the Sentry Fighter help us. For once, the Sentry Fighter can help us. They made tiles. Tiles fell down, and so, wow. That's kind of ridiculous. Go ahead, match them away. Come on, Sentry Fighter. Oh, making more tiles for us. Then Not Just a Phase kicked in. There we go. Let him cook a little bit. That's right. That's right. Gaining AP. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, Medusa with Max alone is kind of ridiculous. There's the healing that Max needs, Medusa. Wow. This could be ridiculous. Okay. Test the skill. Let's pump the brakes. Let's go try out Nico while it's easy. These are just goons, okay? We don't have to worry about really anything crazy going on here. Blue, yellow, purple. There's Nico. We shouldn't have any problem. I don't even think we need Black Bolt here for any reason. I think Nico's gonna be able to boost everything Max is doing really well. Black Bolt's just gonna, I don't know, store green and shout at them. So Max, Medusa, and Nico. I mean, I wouldn't argue with that at all, Mark. I think it sounds really good, honestly. Fits an Inhumans team. Yeah, it does. Okay, let's get it. Let's go. Gotta take the match 4, right? Let's get rid of that tile mover too. I will take this. Thank you. I mean, do I take the green? I think I just take the match 4 of green. Remember, if he gets like 5 AP or more in every color, and by he I mean Black Bolt, he can shatter the whole screen. And if we have special tiles out there, well, they're all gonna trigger max, right? That could be fun if we get it to work. Let's do this. That's some AP in multiple colors. Shoot, I just need 4 yellow and we'll have that. We just need to make some tiles though. I just realized Nico's not taking any hits. And because Nico's not taking hits, she's not gonna do the when blood is shed passive. Huh. That is a problem I did not foresee. We want that passive. Well, let's get our yellow up. So now we have enough AP in all the colors. We can now do the big old Black Bolt scream whenever we get ready for it. Do I take the blue charge? I'm thinking we do. I could do this to make some projectiles, but that's all we would make. I'd rather cast the active purple, but we'd have to get her active, and that's not going to happen anytime soon, is it? That's kind of a shame. We don't have enough green to cast that, so let's start doing this. Let's create this out here. Make him mad, because then we can start doing random tile output, right? We just need some purple to replace what we spent, but that's okay. That's okay. Yep, we're starting to go. It's starting to build. Do I take this blue right now? No strike tiles. Depower, blah, blah, blah. Create a strike tile with strength 1400. 1400? Plus the difference. Depower by, okay. Yeah, this could be big right here. So this will get us some special tiles out there and Nico can have even more fun. Because it'll be some of each, right? We just did 40,000 damage? I didn't see that number coming out of that ability. Okay. Take some blue. Go ahead, practice your pistol. See what we care. We're just strengthening our tiles right now. 1678, 9,000 for the protect. And just to recap, what's her support doing? It raises it by 278. So it's not a percentage raise, it's just a flat number raise. Still, your mileage may vary if you have a better Nico, which you might. I think I'm going to take this one just to get that green. Get that green charge in there with all that other AP. I mean, this is doing pretty good. Let's do this. I could have matched the other one and matched those tiles away, those special ones, but I want to leave them there. Because if we could do this shout, let's see how much this really does, right? Destroys the middle 2 rows, dealing damage, blah, 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 whatever. We have 5 AP in all colors. Do we? We don't have 5 AP in purple. I'd rather have that first. So let's do that. Let's get this. Because come on, we're going to play with this ability, right? We want Max to do all this fun stuff. Plus they have 2 countdowns like on 1, so we can get rid of them, right? Okay, 5 AP lets out a scream, but drains all friendly colored AP, destroys the board, deals damage to the enemy team. Does not deal damage or generate AP, but it's fine. We'll do fine. One will be dead, the other one will be maimed. And then Max can do all his passive fun, right? Let's go. So what is the value of these things? 2,868, 2,868. It doesn't change. 2,868. All 2,868s. Could be pretty cool, especially if we had someone to maximize. Again, no pun intended. With countdown going away, right? Right. Let's create a projectile out there. I feel like that's good. Now let's do this. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of cascade. I mean, well, but Black Bolt likes to destroy the whole screen. It's kind of, it's just a, you know, he likes to call those days Tuesdays. He does that quite often. There we go. Oh wow, it left him maimed. We'll just kill him with one of these things, right? Because, there you go, call a storm. Overkill. Anyways, done. Day 1 is done. Let's get into the day 2 ones. Nico seems to be a pretty good fit, but we need to make the tiles faster. You know? And we didn't have any tiles going out faster. To be fair, Black Bolt wasn't really a good fit for him. I don't see Black Bolt helping Max much at all, besides maybe just generating AP with those charge tiles. So I think Black Bolt is, I don't want to say a liability for this, but at the same time, he's not ideal. So, move on. Day 2, warm up. We'll just use our Decan, sure. And we'll use our Loner Max. And then we will put in, oh yeah, Thanos. I'm like, where's he at? It's over here. Get to it. Doctor Strange, calling Doctor Strange. And dead. Definitely not the Marvel Rivals Doctor Strange, because that shield is beefy. I love his shield in that game. Day 2, show your stuff. We have another Thanosable node. We got Miss Marvel here. We have a Loner Max, and we have Thanos. Let's get it. And I'll just fire that off. Easy peasy. Okay, day 2, toughen up. Okay, we got Wanda, Iceman, Commander. Now this is where we actually have to start, I don't know, using our brains a little bit, just a little bit, okay? Commander's going to generate purple and yellow AP passively. That purple AP is probably going to go either to Iceman or to Wanda. They don't usually use it themselves in this because Iceman's got a purple that says, hey, I'm going to convert the red tiles to blue. And by the way, he loves blue. 6 blue means he stuns one of you for 4 turns. While a countdown is out there that he makes, his blue turns into a 6 AP blue nuke, which does a lot of damage while that countdown's out there. It sucks, quite frankly. If they save it for Wanda, the purple is basically 14 AP and does a big old team hit and a 5-turn stun to a random person. Well, not one of them, obviously, to, you know, you. Beyond that, Iceman's got a green team hitter. Wanda's green is just a concentrated board shake in like a small area. Not much else to talk about here with them. It's just really annoying because Commander is feeding them that purple. Oh, and oh, by the way, if you didn't realize, Wanda, you know, makes a random blue tile, blue countdown tile that generates purple tiles, making their game a lot faster. It can be an annoying team if you don't just bring someone in like Chasm or whatever to, you know, wreck house. And we don't do that on this channel. We bring in someone like 4-star or less. But like we just said earlier, I kind of wanted to bring Rocket in for this one. He brings in those strikes, right? He's going to add into Maximus's fun, and Medusa's going to love it a lot too. So let's see how that works. Yellow, green, blue, Rocket. There we go. We're going to have a lot of, what, 7 strike tiles to start? So let's get in. Now, I don't really want to match those away. I mean, we want these to be out there because each one is 274 more damage, 19, 18 damage total for everything I do. I kind of want to keep that. Let's kill that commander first because he's generating free AP. But I don't think I can avoid all of it. If I match this green and push it up, it's going to make a match 4 of yellows in the 6th column. And so they'll either take the match of the column match of 4 or the team up match of 4 on the 8th column. Either way, my strikes should be safe. I'm only getting rid of 1 for the cost, so... Okay, but they made a red one for us too. That's kind of annoying. Let's get rid of some of that right here. Make it so they, you know, less juicy options. I'm gonna let them take that yellow by doing this. They'll get rid of the yellow, which triggers my entanglement. There we go. I'm going to try to keep these tiles out there. Let's get that purple out of here. We're kind of saving our tiles, right? Look at that damage. And that's just, honestly, that's just Rocket and Medusa. Maximus isn't really doing anything. I mean, he's making those countdowns if we match a tile away, but really, it's not a lot to talk about. Medusa and Rocket are doing all the heavy lifting. Here comes another countdown we're going to make. Okay, so this is probably game right here. There you go. I mean, Rocket just made it too easy. Unfortunately, we couldn't see any of the Maximus fun because Rocket made it too strong right off the rip. It's funny how it's only 2,000 extra damage, and these enemies have like tens of thousands of health, but it's just, it's too much. It's amazing how much it adds up. But I guess just take it for what it's worth. Rocket would probably be good with Maximus. I think we know that answer. Riri, Mockingbird, and Decoy. This is actually one of the 2 tough ones in Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's start off with how this works. Decoy feeds green AP to Riri Williams passively, like all goons do, right? And Riri only needs like, what, like 7 green, I think? 8 green? One of those 2. To uppercut you and do a lot of damage. It's not a ton, but it's enough to make it annoying, and plus you're airborne for a turn. If you have special tiles out there, she goes airborne for a turn as well. Not bad. The fact that, you know, we'd get her up there. Because we have Max on the team, we might have special tiles to at least have that happen. Beyond that, whenever you make a match 4 or greater, Mockingbird's going to generate 2 AP in that color. If they have 8 or more AP in that color, they're not going to generate AP. Instead, they'll just cast a free random power. That's pretty annoying. I still wouldn't stop matching match 4s unless you really feel like you're going to die from it. But it potentially could happen in this fight because Riri has a red that hits 2 of your allies in the back for like what, like 30k each. It's crazy damage. And if there's only 1 person remaining, she hits that one with basically both fists. Like it's over 60k. I think it's close to 70, really. Mockingbird's red isn't as bad. It's more damaging, but it makes 2 countdowns for it. So you can at least have a moment to figure out how to get rid of those countdowns before they, well, count down and kill you. Beyond that, the only other thing to look out for is Riri's blue. If she gets enough of it, she'll make some red charge tiles right in the middle, swap some tiles around, and unfortunately it's super annoying because she's guaranteed to get enough red basically off of that to nuke you real soon. Not much else needs to be said. Kill the decoy, kill Riri, Mockingbird last. Mockingbird's only last because, like I said earlier, her nukes take a couple turns to trigger. Riri's are instantaneous, decoy's feeding them. Gotta kill the decoy first. Oh, hey, Matt. You're heading to lunch? Yeah, later, dude. Thanks for joining us. All right. We got Black Bolt, we got Max, and we need to throw in someone worthwhile. Who's going to make some special tiles? Potentially... I'm thinking in the 5-star area, but now that I'm thinking more about it, what if we did something... What if we put in 5-star Carnage? We're making enemy tiles. Eventually, if we get enough he's going to make allied attack tiles by matching special tiles away, right? If there's enough enemy tiles out there, you start getting an extra turn at the start, which getting rid of special tiles means Max gets to make more countdowns. I feel like this could be fun. I don't know if this is what we need to win, but I think it's going to be fun to try. Let's give it a shot, right? Let's go. Okay, Decoy. We got to get rid of you, like, now. First off, match 5 is when we can see him, and we obviously saw it. I almost made this match 4. I was so close to making that match 4, but if you notice over here on the left, there's a match 4 blue. If I destroy this row, it's going to all come down. Yeah, it's going to come down and it'll be leaving a match 5 of blue. So I can't do that match 4. Instead, I think I'll take the blue and leave them the yellow because they're not going to use the yellow for anything. Like, yellow AP doesn't do them any good, so. We should probably cast this, if only just to make Max work harder. Max is a boosted, loaned out 4-star with a lot of crazy stats, right? So if you cast the Silent King, all of his abilities are at level 5. Let's make use of it, right? So now, like, his purple is 5. So he's gonna. This purple is actually better now. 2-turn repeaters instead of 3 turns, and stronger tiles being made, and you get the point. So let's do that. Okay, Mark. See you, dude. Thanks for joining us for that time. So about Decoy fell pretty quickly, but that's just the Decoy. So we could just do this right now, but that's gonna kind of ruin any double dipping that we could do. So maybe let's not do that right now. I would love to cast this blue any other time, but we're kind of trying to test out the Carnage part of this, right? So let's match this away, keep Black Bolt's tile there intact. Here comes a free match. A lot of extra stuff right there. I guess we'll take that, right? Okay, they have 8 purple now, so obviously Mockingbird's going to cast Secret Mission. It got rid of some of our AP, generated some more of theirs, which is red. Not good for us, but just don't let them get red, right? I mean, yikes. Okay, so our Carnage just did that free match and did all of that, which is kind of cool, you know, truth being told. 4 more special tiles, we're going to deal extra damage to the enemy team. I mean, that might be worth it right there. Let's, can we Silent King boost? Oh no, we can't boost 2 people, that's right. We can only motivate 1 person at a time. For being an awesome ruler, you think your Black King could motivate more than 1 person at a time. Oh well. Yeah, let's do this Blood Feud right there. And then we will create this big old tile. Right? Whoa, he just did the big old shuffle. So we have 9,000 protect right now, a lot of attack. Our strike tile strength went down though. I almost want to cast this supernova, but I don't want to really taint what we have going on here. I'm going to do this rightful usurper again though. And then we'll hit this. Look at all those attack tiles we made. Ugh. Almost got rid of her in that one turn. There we go. The passive damage from Black Bolt's charge tiles, kicked in. He has to get, what, 4 or more charge tiles out there, then he does passive damage instead, hurting himself as well in the process. So that's what happened there in case you're not familiar. Let's do that again. Get some more Rightful Usurper out there, right? Which one do we match away? I'm gonna do this one, and I'm basically setting up. Holy wow, that's a lot of damage outgoing. Look at that, 20k. We're done. I was gonna cast Max's Blue right there, but didn't need it. I don't see Carnage being half bad here. The fact that I didn't have to stun the enemy team, which is usually one of the tactics commonly used for fighting them, if you're not going to Whales them away or King them away. If you're not going to do anything like that to fight them, no cheese tactics, usually people go with stun tactics to take care of that enemy team. And we didn't have to do that at all. We just straight up battered them. And with 5-star Carnage, that doesn't happen that often. The idea that we had enough tiles out there early enough because of Max, because of because Carnage making all that stuff. Oh, thank you very much. Because of Carnage's passives, that helped. That's pretty cool. Cool. I'm looking forward to days 3 and 4 with him because I want to see how we can handle Star-Lord, Mordo, and Thing. How about you? Anyways, that's it for now. That's Maximus's Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. for days 1 and 2. I gotta get going. I will talk to you guys really soon, and if I don't talk to you before then, have a happy new year, and be safe out there, okay? See you guys Wednesday. Later.